landmark decision, the US Supreme Court has upheld a law that imposes a ban on TikTok, effective January 19th, unless the app is divested from its Chinese parent company, ByteDance. This ruling sends ripples through the tech and social media landscape, as TikTok has become a central hub for expression among millions of Americans, particularly the younger demographic. The justices weighed the implications of national security against the cornerstone of free speech, ultimately deciding that concerns over data privacy and foreign influence warranted action. The court's decision emphasized that the law was passed by a substantial bipartisan majority in Congress, reflecting widespread agreement on the necessity to safeguard American data from foreign espionage. Although TikTok serves as a vibrant platform for creativity and community, boasting around 170 million users, the ruling states that the potential risks posed by its ties to China were deemed too significant to ignore. The court echoed Congress's belief that divestiture from foreign ownership is crucial in order to mitigate these risks and protect the data collected from American users. This swift legal resolution, coming just days before the looming deadline of January 19th, illustrates the urgency felt by lawmakers in addressing perceived threats. The justices, in their unsigned opinion, made it clear that while TikTok is an invaluable source of modern communications, the risk of data exploitation necessitates oversight. They noted that the provisions in question do not infringe upon the First Amendment rights of TikTok and its users, reinforcing the notion that national safety can prevail over individual freedoms when warranted. Lawmakers have reiterated that this action is not a blanket censorship of speech, but a targeted initiative aimed at ensuring that America's digital infrastructure remains secure, particularly amidst escalating tensions with China. As we approach a pivotal moment in international relations and digital policy, the implications of this judicial ruling resonate beyond TikTok, raising essential questions about privacy, free speech, and the future dynamics of digital platforms under foreign ownership. During arguments in the case, Justice Department lawyer Elizabeth Prelogar said Chinese government control of TikTok poses a grave threat to U.S. national security, with China seeking to amass vast quantities of sensitive data on Americans and to engage in covert influence operations. Prelogar said China compels companies like ByteDance to secretly turn over data on social media users and carry out Chinese government directives. TikTok's immense data set, Prelogar added, represents a powerful tool that could be used by the Chinese government for harassment, recruitment, and espionage, and that China could weaponize TikTok at any time to harm the United States. The law was passed last April. The Biden administration defended it in court. TikTok and ByteDance, as well as some users who post content on the app, challenged the measure and appealed to the Supreme Court after losing on DC-6 at the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit, Mr. Trump's opposition to the ban represents a reversal in stance from his first term in office, when he aimed to prohibit TikTok. Mr. Trump has said he has a warm spot in my heart for TikTok, opining that the app helped him with young voters in the 2024 election. In December, Mr. Trump asked the Supreme Court to put the law on hold to give his incoming administration the opportunity to pursue a political resolution of the questions at issue in the case. But while Mr. Trump has vowed to save TikTok, many of his Republican allies supported the ban. Mike Waltz, Mr. Trump's incoming national security advisor, said on Thursday at his January 16, 2025, the new administration will keep TikTok alive in the United States if there is a viable deal. Waltz said the incoming administration would put measures in place to keep TikTok from going dark, and cited a provision in the law allowing for a 90-day extension if there is significant progress toward a divestiture. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer said on Thursday that TikTok should be given more time to find an American buyer, and that he would work with the Mr. Trump administration to keep TikTok alive while protecting our national security. The impending attendance of TikTok CEO Shou Chu at the inauguration of Mr. Trump on January 20, 2025, signals more than just a high-profile invite. It marks a crucial moment in the intersection of technology, governance, and speech rights. As the country braces for significant political shifts, the spotlight is cast upon TikTok, a platform that has quickly become one of the most influential communication channels for millions of Americans. The stakes are higher than ever, with debates intensifying around content regulation and digital sovereignty influencing legislative decisions that impact the application and its vast user base. In a fervent defense of free speech, TikTok asserts that the recent law jeopardizes not only its operations, but also the First Amendment rights of all Americans. The implications of a potential ban extend far beyond just the app. With over 7,000 employees in the US ecosystem, the ramifications would ripple through advertisers, content creators, and everyday users who engage with the platform as a space for expression and creativity. The stifling of this vital platform would hinder the voices that contribute to the diverse tapestry of American discourse. The legal representatives for TikTok and its parent company, ByteDance, have staunchly argued that the move against the application is fundamentally an attack on open dialogue. Noel Francisco, the lawyer for TikTok, emphasizes the unique role the app plays as a vibrant forum for speech, particularly in a society that champions freedoms of expression and communication. Barring TikTok from operating due to unease over Chinese influence raises substantial questions. Whose speech is being protected, and at what cost to the American public, with the specter of shutting down US operations looming just a day before the inauguration? Discussions surrounding digital rights are more pertinent than ever. The proposed ban poses critical risks to American consumers who are enjoying the creativity and connectivity that TikTok fosters. A law that radically limits access to such a dominant platform needs re-evaluation, especially when it threatens to plunge America into a dark era of limited expression. The conversations held on platforms like TikTok must be navigated with careful consideration of the balance between security concerns and the fundamental right to free speech, an unyielding cornerstone of democracy. As time dwindles and tensions rise, the upcoming inauguration may not only be a ceremonial affair, but a pivotal moment igniting a necessary dialogue on the future of digital communication in America.